First of all, I'm gonna talk about the really good experiences, because that way you get to see like where I'm coming from, and then like we get to talk about the bad experiences. So that's totally the positive thing about working in Turkey. I think it's just the people were so nice and everything. Now going to kind of the bad side, because I'm not trying to. First of all, I'm not trying to do this just because like, oh, Turkish people are bad. I told you all the good things they had, all the positive things, you know. But you know, there's always something bad about someone, you know. Not that they should be all the time, but they are, you know. And I think this is one of the things that it's not only what I think, you know, because I was thinking the same when I got there to Turkey, and I thought it was just me, you know. I was like, oh, maybe I'm just having a bad experience, and then, you know, nobody else has anything like that, because they're really nice people. But actually, I met a lot of teachers that work in Turkey too for several years, like probably 5 to 6 years, and just teaching English too. And they also agree with me, you know. When you go to Turkey, you really gotta be careful, because Turkish people can be a little bit sneaky and tricky in some ways. Because I remember when I made a contract too, I didn't even make a contract, it was just more like, oh, you're gonna come here, you're gonna teach, and you just buy a ticket, and then that's it, you know. There was nothing said, it was just more like my word and your word, and that's it, you know. And so it's kind of weird for me, but I still did it just because like I wanted to experience Turkey. I've never been there. Everything was paid for too. But I mean, he specifically told me he was going to pay for my food, my housing and transportation and everything. And I remember asking for one last week to work with him, because I didn't want to go back. I didn't have anything to do at the time, so I was like, I don't want to go back. I want to still work here because I kind of like it. So he's like, okay, I'll get you to this summer program in Eskişehir, which is like very close to the capital, Ankara. Probably 2 hours or 1 hour away. So I was like, okay, you know, I can go there. And so I started teaching these kids. They were like small kids this time. They were like probably 4th, 3rd graders. So it was really nice. But I had problems there, you know, because he told me he was going to pay for everything, but he didn't. He only paid for, what was it, just for the housing. And the house was, the place where we were staying was just so small. And I ended up sleeping on the floor for a couple of days before these two girls, I don't know, I think it was the secretary, or like, well, I don't know who she was, but she was there with this other girl that I asked her, like, what are you doing here? I'm going to teach. She's like, no, I'm not going to teach here. I'm just here to just like, you know, go and make sure everything's okay. I guess, I don't know, you know, he brought me here. I was just like, okay, you know, what's going on? Because, you know, if you're not going to teach and she's not going to teach, you know, what are you guys doing here? Because it's only 2 of us, you know. The guy from Egypt again and me, and I mean, the guy from Egypt now wasn't even getting along that well, but we actually got along this time a bit better. And it was so weird, because I was just like, then what are they doing here? We were sleeping in the living room, because there was only one room in the living room and in the kitchen, and that's it, you know. I was just like, okay. So we waited for them to leave, but it was just so weird, because they weren't giving us dinner, and they weren't like giving us transportation either. No, they were actually giving us transportation. They weren't giving us dinner, and breakfast, just lunch. And they said that that's because the school is the one who provides that. And I was like, what? No, because they told us they were going to give us all like our foods, you know, morning, afternoon, midday too, but they didn't. And so I was just like, what's going on, you know? And I tried to talk to the director, the guy that I talked to, you know, in the lady that was there, I think it was the secretary or whatever she was like, no, you can't talk to him because, you know, he's out, and you know, he's not going to answer his phone, he's in a meeting. I was like, what kind of meeting is he in? Like, I need to talk to him, you know, I want to talk about it, you can talk to me about it. And I was like, okay, well, I have this problem, you know. He told me he was going to give me food or breakfast and dinner. He's not giving it to me. And I don't know, she made her calls, and she's like, oh, I just called him in. And I was like, I thought he was busy, and she was just like, no. Oh, well, he called me. I was like, okay, can I talk to him? I can never talk to him until like one time out of the blue. Like, he just called me, I was teaching, and she just came over, and I was like, what's going on? She came over, and she's like, you know what, here, he wants to talk to you. I was like, okay, good. What he said was this, exactly. He's like, Charlie, I'm going to give you your food, your dinner, and Ahmed, which is the guy from Egypt, he's not going to work here anymore. We had problems with him too, so he's going to leave because he doesn't like it, but I want you to teach, and I'm going to give you your dinner and breakfast, and it's going to be provided, alright? So don't worry about that, and hopefully everything's okay. And now he's going to leave, and another teacher's going to come in 2 days, so hopefully everything's okay. So bye. I was like, but he just and left, and I was just like, okay, what is going on? You know, like, I didn't even have time to talk or anything. He just like said everything he needed to say, and that's it. And I wanted to say so much, but he didn't, and I couldn't, because he just like did that, and it's just so weird. And like, I remember later on that day, Ahmed just ended up leaving, and he was just so upset, because he's like, you know, he's not keeping his word, and he's not telling me, you know, this and what's going on. You know, he told me this and he's not telling me this, so you know, I don't wanna deal with it anymore. He just ended up leaving. So it was just such a weird, like, really weird situation. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if I wanted to leave or not. I feel kind of scared because I don't know if I was being like tricked to stay in some way, weird way, and I felt really, really uncomfortable the whole time. But then these two girls ended up leaving, and I ended up staying with this other girl that came from, I actually don't remember where she came from. I just know she came from somewhere from Africa. I think it was Angola or like Ghana. I don't remember exactly where she was from, but her name was Maria, and I think I made a video with her, so you probably could. I think I said it in the video, but I just don't remember now. So you can see that there. And so yeah, and then I met some other people. He introduced me to his other friends that were teaching English there too. So we met up at a restaurant and we started talking, and you know, I shared my experiences with them, and I told them that, you know, I really don't trust Turkish people because they're really, you know, like that, and I really felt like I have to have my, you know, guard up every time I'm with them, you know. And they're like, yeah, it's totally like that, you know, because they told me that they feel the same way too. They just feel like they can never trust them completely. And I was just like, why, you know? They just told me their experiences too, and it was just so weird. They were just like, you just have to be really forward with them, and you have to know, you know, what you're saying and be firm. And I was just kind of like, I let it just slide, everything, you know, with me. I guess that's one of my my weaknesses, you know. They just like say anything, I'm just like, okay, you know. Because I'm just kind of laid back and chill, and I don't really want to have any problems, so I just kind of avoid problems. So I just started doing that, but it wasn't good, you know. And I know they should, you know, I should have a contract from the beginning, and they just didn't, so that was kind of bad. But I just let it go, and it was my last week. I just wanted to leave. Friday came, they paid me, and I just like grabbed a bus and just left it. I was like, forget this, I'm leaving, you know. And it was just like, I went to Izmir, which is close to Greece, in the coast, and that side to Mediterranean. So I couch surfed there with this girl first and with the other guy, but those people were so nice to me too, so extremely nice. I remember I got lost in the bus station, and they even paid for my ticket. I was just like, wow, these people are so nice. But at the same time, I really, really had my guard up, you know, every single time I was with some Turkish guys, you know. Except for my students, they were just so nice, you know, in Iznik, they were just amazing. Like, the last days I met some awesome people too, and greetings to all my students from Iznik. You guys are amazing. I miss you guys so much, and I just wish I can come back next time. But yeah, keeping that in mind, you always have to, you know, always keep your guard up and always know what you want, and actually, you know, have everything ready when you go there, and be really forward and like firm in your position. Because if you're not, then Turkish people will just run over you like you know, like, if seriously, like, you got to really be careful when you're in Turkey, you know. You know, it's okay to have your friends and everything. I'm not saying that all of them are like that. I'm not saying like all Turkish people are like this a lot. They're not. They're really amazing guys and really amazing people. But you always, I feel like I always have to come have my guard up. I don't know if it's just me, or you know, like, if everybody else wants to share their experiences, like with the video blog, but you know, prove me wrong or something. I don't know. I just had one bad experience, and because of that, I always felt like I had to get my guard up. And not only that, when I got there, you know, they just seem like that. And by the way people told me about them too, they seem like they don't hate them either. They just kind of like know that they're just kind of people that you don't really trust. Like, I can't really trust, you know, a Turkish person. Can't really like do that. I don't know why. It's just kind of have to get my guard up. And I love them to death, you know, like, they're just amazing. But it's just sometimes some people, not all of them, some can be really, really, you know, sneaky, tricky and all that nonsense, you know. But yeah, that's my advice for you if you're gonna go teach in Turkey. Just be really careful and have a good time. They're amazing people, like I said. So I know I'm kind of contradicting myself, talking like, oh, they're really amazing, but they're really not. No, but they really are. So I'm just saying, just keep your guard up all the time. It's just always, not even in Turkey, everywhere you travel, you always have to do that. You know, you just have to kind of keep your guard up, because you don't know these people. You know, once you get there, once you know them, you might be able to, you know, trust them. So it's the same thing. So I'm just not saying just about Turkey, but in general, you know. But Turkey's just such an amazing place, and you guys should totally go there and check it out. I had such awesome experience there. I was there for like a month and a half, so really, really liked it. Well, thanks so much for tuning in, and I hope these help you out on teaching. If you have any more questions about Turkey, or like teaching English, or like what to do or whatever, let me know, and I'll answer you, or make a video vlog or whatever, I don't know. But just ask me some questions, comments or whatever, and I'll let you know what happens. So I don't know if I missed anything in the video, but hopefully I didn't. But just to clarify everything, I really like Turkish people, and I really like it. And I got this flag from one of my students, so it was just amazing. So it's an awesome experience. The food is amazing. You're gonna love it, and the people are just awesome too. Like I said again. So go to Turkey, and I honestly don't know any Turkish, so don't ask me because I honestly do not know any Turkish. But by all the videos I made about Turkey, you can check it out here. Just go and check it out and see what you think. Yeah, by the way, I'm in my sister's room because I have such bad lighting in my room, so that's why I'm here. But I probably will be making more videos here just because the lighting is better here, and so my room is just like a cave. Like there's this big tree in front of the house, and there's like you can't see anything. It's dark. So here is such a nice place, and yeah, so my sister's here too, and my dogs and everything. So it's kind of fun. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Bye.